Hi folks, this is all the fruit, and here I have some Tampoi, most probably Baccaurea edulis. Well, there was a time when I thought that all Tampoi are one species, Baccaurea macrocarpa. Later I learned that they are actually several species, and then I discovered several different Tampoi which I couldn't put a name on them. I think maybe some of them are yet undescribed species, but definitely distinct enough to be other species. Well, this year, I don't think it's distinct enough to be its own species. It seems, since most of the areas I'm staying at are not really in the fruit season, that I'm running out of really new and exciting fruits to film. So I'm filming stuff which is slightly less exciting. So I think that this Tampoi most probably is some Baccaurea edulis. However, it is a little bit different from the Baccaurea edulis I knew before. Well, what's Baccaurea edulis like? The kind of reddish brownish skin, triangular with 3 carpels. It seems that all the fruit I bought like almost a kilogram of fruit, there's always just one fruit left on the bunch. So there were some Tampoi where you could buy whole grapes of fertilized and well-developed fruit, but here it seems that one is the limit. Well, the inside is quite bright yellow. That's a lot like Baccaurea edulis, but there are those very visible veins, which I haven't seen in Baccaurea edulis yet, but I've seen them in other Tampoi species. They're actually the only feature which in my eyes distinguishes this, oh go away, little ant or I'll eat you, which in my eyes distinguishes this from other Baccaurea edulis. So yeah, definitely not enough to justify it being called a separate species, but I mean, yeah, even some slight variations can be interesting. In Europe it would maybe be enough to call it a different variety. If this was a plum or an apple, I guess those prominent veins could have been enough to call it a different variety. The fruit are really ripe. For example, this one is very ripe. This one is definitely ripe enough, but this one is overripe, but still good. Yeah, what's quite typical for Baccaurea edulis, it opens very easily into usually three very nice sections. Well, this one I kind of cracked it. It didn't open like it's supposed to. Let's open this one. If you press it here, the rind will basically separate nicely into 3 pieces. Okay, yeah, so the veins are the distinguishing feature. Also, what you can almost always do is, yep, okay, this time it didn't work. You can almost always remove the whole inside of the fruit in one piece. The stalk with the 3 carpels, with the usually 4 or 5 arils. There are 3 carpels. Each one has a maximum of 2 seeds which can develop. See, in this carpel 2 developed, in this carpel 2 developed, in this carpel only 1 developed, and here is the small undeveloped seed. So you can usually remove them in one piece, and they are not attached to the rest of the fruit in the base, but at the top. And Tampoi, the most important part, Tampoi is one of the tastiest fruit in Borneo. And there really is a fierce competition. Really ripe. Sweetness definitely dominates this one, but there is some sourness which makes it even better. There is the typical Tampoi flavor, which is a very mild, non-invasive flavor. Don't know how to describe it. Not very prominent, but more or less present in all Tampois, but not in all other Baccaureas I've tried. Yeah, that was basically all I wanted to show you. The Baccaurea, which I'm pretty sure is edulis, but not with a flesh with a uniform colored flesh. Look, the other edulis I encountered have uniform flesh like this part of the areoles, but this one has those whitish visible veins. So folks, this was a slightly different Baccaurea edulis, or maybe something else. Correct me if you think I'm wrong. Stay tuned for a lot more fruit videos from the beautiful island of Borneo, and don't forget to like, share, comment and subscribe.